Glitter Gang? Happy Thursday. It's 9 o'clock. You're watching Kathryn Scraps Live. My name is Kathryn, and here it is always Halloween. We are working on this Halloween project until it is over, which will take a while. How long it takes, I have no idea. Don't be surprised if we're still doing it at Christmas. I'm eating a Werther's. I thought I would be done with it by now. I'm really sorry if you hear any Werther's noises. So, tonight we're going to be continuing on with the Squawktagon, or the expandable folio table display, whatever it's called. If you're watching this on YouTube, in the video description, well, of course you're watching this on YouTube. I don't know where else you're watching it. If you're watching live, in the video description, I have links to the Kathryn Scraps Glitter Gang Facebook group. I have links to all the tools that I use. I have links to the paper I'm using. I have links to the cardstock, everything you could possibly want, how to join the archive so you have access to all our videos, not just the ones that go on YouTube, all of that good stuff. Okay. Are you saying you might suck tonight? I'm sucking right now. Right now I'm sucking. Speaking of things that suck, as you probably already know from previous public service announcements about this very issue, my video card is in the process of dying. It's been unpredictable, let's say. Today it's been particularly bad. In fact, tonight when I was trying to wake my computer up after having gone to sleep, for a while it would not display all 4 of my monitors at the same time if the broadcast software was running. So that's cool. Broadcasting it's like, it does most of the heavy lifting when I'm broadcasting, so this is kind of very strenuous for it. What may happen is it may crash. If it crashes, then basically what that looks like is the show just stops. I'm in the middle of a sentence. I'm in the middle of doing something. I don't say goodbye. The show just ends. And then that's it. So when the show does that, we are able to recover, so far, have been able to recover the video card, have been able to recover the video. Haven't lost the video yet. So fingers crossed it continues like this until we can get the new one. Again, the earliest we've been told that we can expect it is the 12th, which would be next week. So, you know, I figure we have probably for the rest of November. We're going to be dealing with this, would be my guess. So yeah, fingers crossed by December it's resolved. Voting took place over this weekend for November Book Club. The book chosen was The School of Essential Ingredients by Erica Bauermeister. Good choice. There's like Thanksgiving stuff in that. Discussion will be on the last show before the Thanksgiving break, which will be the 19th of November. No class on the 26th because that is Thanksgiving in the U.S. and I will have my family in town. So I think that's all the announcements. So let's go. Let's go. Okay. So we finished the first of the 3 inserts in the last video. So now we'll do the other inserts. That's what we'll do. We'll make some more inserts. All right. So with this one, we're going to do journaling all the way down, pattern paper, and then on the other side, we'll do journaling all the way down, border strip. So let's start over here. Let's pick a border strip. Let's pick a border strip. Where did I put my border strips? I put them in my scrap bag, which is not where they belong. I'm going to go ahead and use this one right here. Master and Margarita is not an easy read. If you're struggling with any classic book as an adult, I don't know if you have to finish books that aren't like working for you. You know, it's not school. You know what I mean? If it's not working for you, there's no test. Like, you should be, you know, grasping the underlying themes. And if the author's writing isn't clicking for you in a way where you're doing that, then, you know, you can always move on. No need to torture yourself. I torture myself, you know, but not everyone is into that. So I guess you just have to ask yourself how much you're into being tortured. Oh, I forgot to say hi to everyone. Well, let me glue this down, and then I'll say hi to everyone. You can't admit defeat. For me, it was, I found myself to be getting kind of, I don't know, sloppy in my thinking, I guess. I felt like I could feel like that the way that I was reading everything in short snippets online, that sort of, just reading a lot of articles, not reading a lot of books, I felt like I was damaging my attention span and my ability to really engage with like media that doesn't provide endorphins or like instant feedback or whatever. So like video games are a medium that give you instant feedback and provide a lot of endorphins, and reading it, you know, reading particularly harder subject matter isn't, or like social media is. And so I felt myself drifting more towards stuff that was giving me those like dopamine hits, and then I also felt like that my cognitive abilities were dwindling because of that. And so that's, you know, basically the whole reason we're having a book club is because I felt my brain declining, and now you all have to suffer with me. I mean, you all get to read with me, have fun with me. Okay, so I'm going to cut this to 1 3/8. 1 3/8 by 9 3/4. I know suffering's an exaggeration. I don't feel like I'm suffering with book club. It's been a lot of fun, actually. What did I say? 1 3/8, and then I was about to do 1 3/4. We have had some interesting readings. I mean, it's funny how some of the more memorable discussions have been the books, like, with the least cultural impact. So, like, that book about the beach wedding. Like, I was so mad about that book. Yeah. I decided they don't all have to have journaling spots. What's on my Thanksgiving menu? So my sister's getting married the Sunday before Thanksgiving. Oh, Fielding was horrendous. Fielding was horrendous. Horrendous. That was the worst book, hands down, of all the selections, in my opinion. And it's like no contest. No contest. Because Whereas the beach wedding book was like dumb. You know, it wasn't pretending to be great literature. Whereas the art of fielding was. So, anyway, since my sister's getting married on the Sunday before Thanksgiving, and my whole like family is going to be in town for that, but we're not like going to deal with the wedding and all that we have to do for the wedding, and then want to do Thanksgiving. So we are doing Cracker Barrel again this year, but you know, and we're just and my dad said, well, we have to make our like normal family stuffing, and I was like, that's fine, whatever, who cares? If we have to cook one thing, it's not the same as cooking all the things. So we're just doing Cracker Barrel. So yeah, if something is too big, you can shrinkify it, but it's much harder to embiggen something. Our house, no. She's not getting married at our house. She's getting married at a gazebo in her fiance's mother's housing development. So I think it's like a decorative gazebo by the clubhouse or something. By the HOA clubhouse. You kid jokies. All right, so this one maybe. No. How about yours? Okay, so we'll make this 6 1/4. And yeah, so that's where it's going to be. And then I think that the reception is going to be at their clubhouse. I think I need to cut this to 3 5/8, but that's the biggest it can possibly be. So, you know, yeah, that's not correct. I think it needs to be 3 3/8. Okay. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, I think it'll be nice. You know, it's very simple and small, and no one is really stressing about, well, I mean, not no one is stressing about anything. There's been some stuff. Like, I can tell you about my fridge drama. So, we had a meeting, we and Mr. Lifeguard and I had a meeting with my sister and her fiance. His name is Damien. And does that mean she's moving out, and is she taking Kitty? No, she is not moving out. He is moving in. So, so Kitty will still be here for a while. And so, oh, okay. So we're having that. Yeah, the more the merrier. It's fine. We're just doing, I told my parents, we're just doing, it's a new trend, the multifamily household. Everyone always has someone to chit chat to. And it really cuts down on expenses when you have 4 people paying rent instead of 2. So I'm sure it will be all the rage soon. I'm going to start a trend. Priya says I'm happy to have the kitties as long as we can. So we're going over all the stuff that needs to happen. Who has to bring what, where, when, you know. And Mr. Lifeguard and I are making lists. And my sister says we have to bring the cakes. And I said, what cakes? From where? From whence? to the cakes travel? And she said, oh, well, the day before the wedding, we're picking up the cakes. And I was like, and they're going to be where? Where will they be, these cakes? And she's like, oh, well, they have to be here. And I said, they have to be here? Three wedding cakes have to be here in my house. In a refrigerator, I presume? And she's like, yes. And I was like, you know that there's not enough room in our refrigerator for one cake, let alone 3 cakes. And she was like, well, that's true. And so then we went out and bought a fridge. So that was fun. But I figure with 4 people living in the house, we probably could use a second fridge anyways. So now we have a fridge in the garage. But that was a whole ordeal because I went to Lowe's and I was like, I will take any fridge. It just can't be side by side. So it can have a dent in the side. It can be whatever. I don't care. And the guy's like, well, any of these fridges that don't have yellow stickers, you can have. And I was like, okay, fine. And so we found one and we're like, okay, that's fine. But there's a Home Depot like right around the corner. So we went over there. And I said, well, how much is this one? He's like, it's like, he quoted me like $900 and something. And I was like, I don't love it. So then we went to Home Depot. And I'm going to put, I think the canary yellow journaling paper maybe. So then we went to Home Depot and those people were like a complete waste of space. I don't even know why they get paid to work there. So we left Home Depot. And so my plan was to send Mr. Lifeguard back to Lowe's the next morning to pick up the fridge with his military discount. 3 cakes plus a Thanksgiving dinner plus the wedding food is buffet. And my contribution is a honey baked ham. So it has to hold the Thanksgiving meal from Cracker Barrel, which comes like it's heat and eat. So it's all like frozen. Or fridge, or it either goes in the freezer or goes in the fridge. So all the Thanksgiving dinner plus a honey baked ham plus 3 wedding cakes. So now they're not huge. I think they're all 1 tier and I think they're 10 to 12 inches, but still that is a lot of space. Home Depot is the absolute, like compared to Lowe's, it was shocking. It was shocking how bad it was. Compared to Lowe's, it blew my mind. I was like, why do you even have employees? Like, what on earth is going on? They didn't know anything. Like, they were like, well, my computer's frozen. I'm like, well, that's not my problem. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry your computer is frozen. Is there another computer in the Home Depot somewhere? Like, do you have only the single Home Depot computer that you all must share and it just happens to be broken? Like, just like, or is there perhaps a way we could find out this information, so the Home Depot near you has good help. Well, lucky you, Bev, lucky you, because the Home Depot near me does not. So like I said, I was going to send Mr. Lifeguard back to let me pull this up so I can actually see the little birdies because I want to see what paper would look cute with them. The next morning to pick up the fridge the guy quoted me $900 for, because I was like, whatever, I gotta have a fridge. So then, well, it could just be that the Home Depot near me is terrible. Oh, I forgot to say hi to you guys again. Well, I mean, I think that ship has sailed. So hello everyone and good evening. I'm sorry we missed roll call. So would this be no, not the black. That's too oppressive. So while we're in the car on the way back from Lowe's, Mr. Lifeguard texts me. And he texts me, hey, I just found this fridge on the Lowe's website. What do you think? And it was the fridge that I asked the guy at Lowe's about. And the price was $200 cheaper than what he told me. And he told me that the bare bones model, the cheapest model, was $949 or whatever. And Mr. Lifeguard said on their website the bigger one was $200 cheaper. So I was just like infuriated. So we just bought it online. So, and it was here in 2 days. They delivered it the morning after, the day after we ordered it. And I was just like, why Why? Why? All I want is a fridge. I think this one actually would work. Yes, it's kind of same grayish. Yeah, no commission for him. And like, you know, he doesn't deserve one. I mean, honestly. Ugh. So anyway, that was that. So now I have a fridge. So whatever, it's fine. But it's just like, I don't know. Like, you would think the appliance section would have some of the better employees because they're such high ticket items and people can be upsold pretty easily, I imagine, or bundled, you know, like you would think, but you would be wrong if you were at my Lowe's or my Home Depot. And the website took Mr. Lifeguard's military discount online. So we still got the military discount, and the website gave him the military discount off the sale price. So now we're going to do 7 3/4 inches across. And I'm going to cut that so that like this part will be at the top and, you know, whatever. So. You get it. So anyways, their incompetence ended up saving me $200 or more like $300. So that's fine. Okay, so I need to do 1 5/8 this time. Pretty sure. So. One 5/8. Yeah. And you know what? Maybe I'll put like a label on it. You know what like maybe we'll find something to put in there, like maybe this broom parking. So we'll think of something. So. That's true. Well, and they were like, you can come back after Veterans Day. Like, come back for Veterans Day because there'll be better discounts, you know. And I said, well, the thing is, I have to have this fridge in my house no later than the 21st. And they were telling me, like, they couldn't guarantee, that was the other thing, like, any particular day because things are weird with COVID. And I get that. Okay? I understand that. I'm not outrageous. Like, I don't expect things that I shouldn't expect. Okay? But, like, I, you know, my situation is that I cannot be flexible right now. Like, I just can't be flexible right now. I'm really sorry, but I can't. Ella, my military ID, this is so bad. I don't have one. I don't know what happened to it. It's, like, disappeared. And I need to go to MacDill and deal with it, but I just, like, don't want to. So I don't. And it's so funny because, like, the place it comes up the most is, you know, at the doctor, because that's your healthcare card, basically. But I just make them look up Mr. Lifeguard, and then they can always find it. It's not a big deal. I mean, so. I know I need to do it. It's so bad, but I just, you know, don't. So. So anyway, so now I have a fridge in the garage. And I mean, we were like, I guess, like the website said it'll be there November 4th, and I was like, I just don't believe that based on everything that the people at the Lowe's told me. So I said, I'll believe it when I see it. And then, like, first thing in the morning on the 4th, they called Mr. Lifeguard and were like, we're about 20 minutes away from your house with your fridge. Are you available to take delivery? And we were like, what? So, well, Mr. Lifeguard has to be with me to get the ID too. And part of the reason I've been avoiding it is that my name is wrong. In the military system, my name is wrong. And so, thus, I will have to, I've already called them. I know what I have to do to get it fixed. But I need Mr. Lifeguard, a copy of my birth certificate, a copy of our marriage certificate, and I need a copy of an ID that I got, that was issued to me after we got married. Just to prove, like, just to show them that my name hasn't changed and whatever. So that's just like, I don't, and then they said that, like, they don't even, like, when I called the base, they were like, I'm not even sure who would fix it. And I was like, cool. So that's another reason why I haven't wanted to deal with it. Like, I don't want to wander all over the base trying to find someone who can figure out how to change my name. So, because the reason the name is a problem is the name is a problem for medical stuff, because in all of my medical records I'm under a name that's not my name. So, you know, like, that's annoying. It's probably also not just, it doesn't make sense. It's just, it's not good. I need to deal with it. I just don't want to, so I don't. And I just make Mr. Lifeguard do everything. So, but my health is a lot improved, so it's not as big of a deal as it was a year ago when all that drama was going down. So, although I did get my letter that we have to pay for health insurance now. Thanks, Congress. How did it get misspelled? Okay, so what happened was the guy who did my military ID, the first time I got it after we got married, like, decided to do me a favor and put Mr. Lifeguard's last name on it, even though technically that wasn't legally my last name at the time, so that I wouldn't have to come back and get that changed when I got my name changed. And then the thing is that then, like, I saw the paperwork you have to do to change your name and decided not to change my name. So Mr. Lifeguard and I have different last names. So the military ID has always been wrong because of that. I'm like, he probably should not have done me a favor, okay? Anytime an official does me a favor, it ends up being a huge hassle on my end. Like, the time I had a cop give me a fix-it ticket, instead of just writing me a normal ticket, I could have just sent a check, and I had to go to court, and, like, that's a huge drama. Like, oh my gosh. Like, I know it's free, but, like, I'd rather not have to go to court, you know? So, anyway. Didn't we pay before? No. No, this will be the first time we pay. For TRICARE, we have to pay for TRICARE for the first time now. We haven't paid for TRICARE before. Not that I know of. But yeah, we got a letter saying that starting such and such date, it would be this amount of money a month. And if you wanted to keep it, if you wanted to keep your coverage, and that you had until basically you have all of November to set it up. And then I think it starts in December. And they just will take it out of his retirement pay. But yeah, we haven't had to pay it before. Which is fine, like whatever, it's still cheaper than any other insurance plan. So like, and it's nice to have an insurance plan that's not tied to your employer, for sure. So like, this is not a huge complaint. I mean, I am going to complain about it because that's my brand, is complaining about everything. But like, it's not a huge complaint. And I know that no one feels sorry for me, and I don't want you to feel sorry for me. I really don't. So I understand. I understand. But it's okay. So yeah, so we just set that up a couple days ago because we had to wait until November before we could sign up, I guess, for open enrollment. So we set that up a couple days ago, so that is dealt with. So we will continue to have health insurance. Yeah! Insert number 2 is done. Woo! Okay. Yeah, when I had all those health problems a year ago, our total expenses were minimal. I mean, we're talking about like dozens of dollars, not even hundreds of dollars. So, yeah. Yeah, no, TRICARE is totally worth it. Oh my gosh, is this like just by happenstance the exact size I need? I think it is. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. All right, so yeah, 1 3/8 wide. I'm going to put this here, and then I'm going to put a strip at the bottom. So I have to order a new copy of my birth certificate. I'm going to do this other side though. Cause mine, people don't think it's real. Because it's so old. It's my actual original birth certificate. Like, so it's from a ditto machine. It's all purple and it doesn't have a seal on it. Well, it has a seal. It has like a purple splotch on it that reads, "This is an official seal." Like, it literally says next to the purple splotch, "This is an official seal." So we're going to, I just need to order a clean copy from the California Health Department. So that it has like an official seal. Because like sometimes people look at my birth certificate and they're like, and I'm like, no, for real, it's real, I promise. Like, honestly, if I was going to fake a birth certificate, don't you think it would look better than that? Like, come on. So, because like ditto, I have learned from my birth certificate, ditto like blurs over time, you know? It doesn't stay good. It turns into blobs. So yeah. I've got to get a clean one. I've got to order a clean one. Because I need it if I'm going to get my military ID. It seems like a seal that has to tell you it's an official seal is lying. I understand why people are skeptical. I'm telling you, I get it. Especially, yes. I mean, at least it's not like I wrote in handwriting that this is an official seal, like drew an arrow with like a smiley face. Like, just like. Yeah, people are not taking these busted up old how old sealless birth certificates anymore. They are just not into it. They want it all to have like an impressed like seal, like a notary. I'm gonna go with Halloween is a real treat. We can craft a better one. I know, I should just make one. It would look more real than my actual real one, which looks completely fake. Although, the good thing is, last time I had to use it was in Texas for something. And the thing is that all vital records departments have like a book they can look up to see what official documents have looked like over the years in different jurisdictions. Like they have like some of them have a book. I'm sure some of them it's on a computer. So they can like look up the location and date to see what form California was using at the time, and then they can then look at my purple blob and be like, yes, California was in fact putting out purple blobs in 1980. So like, but you have to tell them that they have to look it up, you know, like, because they won't always do it. Yeah, because they are too lazy to look it up. So they pretend like it's your problem and you have to go get a clean copy. And you're like, oh, contraire, because I know that you have a book you can look it up in, so go do that. The only people who have never batted an eye at my birth certificate are people who work in the military because they have seen it all. Like, they have seen it all. Every terrible government document for the last 50 years, they have laid eyes upon it. So, all right. Okay, so last side, and then we'll be done with the inserts, and we'll be ready to do something else that is cool. Okay, so okay, so I'm thinking we take one of these square ones and we trim it down. Oh, I love you just because. Okay, we'll use that one. We'll trim it down so it fits here, and then we'll put something below it and something beside it. All right. Well, Mr. Lifeguard's dad has initials only. He doesn't have like a name. But once you've dealt with the government enough times, you know. Okay, so I need a 3 3/8 inch square. So this needs to become 3 3/8. And what is it now? Probably 4 by 4, right? Yeah. So I need to lose 7/8. Oof. To get to this. I don't know. I don't know if I can. How much is just this I love you just because by itself? Yeah, it's 3 1/4. So I'd only be able to have like a 1/16 of an inch of, okay. So scratch that. I made those squares. I printed them out 3 by 3 as well. Right? Self 3. Yeah, they're 3 by 3. So what we can do is we can use we can put one on something else. So I think I'm going to put this one on, I might put it on a floral. Yeah, we'll see. All right. So we'll use Stoppin' for a Spell instead. So we need to make this one bigger by putting it on something. So let's go back to our scraps. I think this is going to work. We'll use this. Make a 3 3/8 inch square. And then we'll do that'll just give it a little boost. And then it can go in the corner. Okie dokie. So that's going to go there. So we need something to go here and something to go here. So this will be like right here. So yeah, just something here. We can do a little journaling spot right here. So we'll, for this one, which is 4 1/4 by 3 3/8, we'll do a journaling spot. Let me just do that really quickly. So 3 3/8, 4 1/4. So that'll go there. Gonna actually flip it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's there. And then down here, we're kind of running out of scraps, so I may just have to cut something new. Because I don't know if I have anything. I mean, that works, but it's just so kind of, like by itself, it's not really doing anything for me. So ooh, should we do the plaid? I kind of like the plaid, but then see, these don't work together, which is okay. I mean, I can adapt. Maybe I'll put this here and this. We'll do this here. Yeah, there we go. That'll be cute. Cute, 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 cute. Okay. So this one needs to be 6 1/4 tall, and 3 3/8 wide. And this one needs to be 3 3/8 tall. And 4 1/4 wide. All right. So the question is, yes. Yes. Ooh, wait. Or do we put this there? Ooh. Maybe we'll do other things. Like, let's see. Let's see what I've got in my bag of tricks. Got a white pumpkin. Or a skull. Or the 31. And we can put that there. What else do we have that's tall? Ooh, poison. Ooh, a cauldron. It says stop in for a spell. We're doing the cauldron, obviously. Yes. Okay. You can do the cauldron, stop in for a spell, and then the 31. We'll do the 31. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right. All right. Well, I'm glad we went and looked in the bag. So, all right, everybody else back in the bag. Your day will come. Your day will come. And actually, we don't need you guys anymore, so we'll put you back with your friends. And, all right. Okie dokes. Well, this is going to be too cute. Too cute. I'm going to leave the scrap bag out because we can use it on the sides of the book. All right, so first things first, I'm going to ink the papers and stick them down. Anything that's a square or rectangle and doesn't need to be cut out. Correction, I'm going to ink it but not stick it down. No, I am going to stick it down. Okay. And then after we do these inserts, we'll do a break. If they really want them to last forever, they should just make them out of what you guys make your money out of. Isn't your money indestructible now? Okay. No, your money can break? Oh, okay. Well, then don't make it out of that. If you put heat near the money, it curls up like, oh dear. Okay. So happy with how this turned out in the end, even if we did have to completely remake it twice. You know, sometimes that's what happens with a project. You have to completely remake it twice. So, by the way, I mentioned this. You've heard it could melt in hot cars in the summer, but you don't know how true that is. Well, I mean, there are definitely parts of the U.S. where it gets so hot in cars that you can bake cookies on your dashboard, stuff like that. So, but I don't know if you have those kind of heat extremes. Hi, buddy. Hi. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Hello. Oh, is this bothering you? Oh, I see what the problem is. I see. Let me fix it. Let me fix it, okay? I fixed it for you. There you go. All right. You gonna come say hi to your friends? Or you gonna sit over there like a grump? You're gonna sit like a grump. Come on, tiny cat. Come over here and say hi. Yeah, I had put the album where she couldn't walk around it, so she, you know, I had to move it. Well, Tiny Cat's been perfecting her baby cry, we call it, because like she's figured out that her little baby cry is the cry that really gets things done. Oh yeah. If you weren't here with my mom's cat, which tried to kill me twice, that cat, man, that cat was a demon. Okay, it was an actual demon. It was not a cat. One of the times it tried to kill me, it almost succeeded. I fell down the stairs really badly. Couldn't walk for like 2 days from the demon cat. Neither of these cats has ever tried to kill me on the steps. Yeah, it was bad. That cat was like really, really evil. And it lived to be 19, which I think is like 100,000 years old in cat years. And when my mom like took her into the vet and she was asking the vet if she should put the cat down. And the vet was like, well, I don't normally answer that question because that's a decision everyone needs to make for themselves and it has to, you know, do with what they think is best for them and their cat. And my mom was like, okay. And the vet was like, but I will say that Kitty is my oldest patient and you should put her down. That's how evil the cat was. Even the vet wanted her to die. Even the vet, like, she was just kept alive by hatred and and spite. That's all that was keeping her alive, was murder. So, oh yeah. So I'll take these cats any day. Any day. And my mom came home from the vet and she killed she put Kitty down during I was doing a show. So she put Kitty down during a show. And this is when we lived with my parents. And like after we moved back to Virginia from Miami. And and I come down from doing a show and my mom's sitting there and she's sort of like sitting in her chair sniffling. And I'm like, what happened? And she said, I put Kitty down, you know, and then she told me the story. And I was sitting there trying to think of something like supportive to say because my mom actually liked the cat. And all I could think of to say was, in a very sympathetic tone of voice, she really was the worst cat. Like, that was what I said. And then my mom started laughing and burst into tears at the same time and said, she really, really was. Because everyone knew she was a terrible cat. So, that was Kitty. Ugh, the worst cat. She was just the worst. Yes, the cauldron is taped. But this kitty, current kitty, when she and I first met, we didn't get along very well. Because I think she was just like really highly strung because of the dog. That's my like theory. But like she would hide under furniture and like she would claw you if you walked near. And when we were sleeping at night, she would jump on the bed and bite our feet and claw our feet through the blankets and stuff. And she doesn't do any of that anymore. She's totally chill. You know, she doesn't jump out and attack people. She just is really sweet. So I think she was just stressed because of the dog. Tiny Cat's also gotten more confident. She doesn't need to be sitting in people's... She used to have to be sitting in someone's lap 24/7. She doesn't anymore. Now she just roams and roams. So, you know, she's got her little sleeping hiding spots she likes. But, you know, we can always find her. And if we walk near her while she's napping, she'll pop her head up and cry for pets. So, like, they're both doing better, you know. But, like... Yeah, when we first met these cats, I thought they were demon cats also. But they've gotten better, you know, since their environment has changed. Man, I am sweating. Oh, it's really warm in my office right now. Well, saltwater aquariums are beautiful, but their inhabitants aren't as cuddly. My scissors are getting really gummed up from cutting through all the adhesive in this album, so I'm going to have to clean them after I finish cutting out the cauldron and the 31. So, but yeah, rest assured there will still be cats around for at least a little while. So to clean my scissors, I put, see how on the edge it's kind of cloudy on the edge? That's from cutting through adhesive. So I just put undo on my scissors and then I run the pick from my adhesive tool over the edge to get rid of the adhesive, and then, or to dislodge the adhesive, and then I just rub my baby wipe on it and see how shiny and clean that blade is. See how this one has this smear? That smear makes it, over time, that smear will make it harder and harder to cut things. So. All right. So if you start to feel like resistance, like your scissors aren't working as well as they used to, check the blade, see if it's got adhesive all gunked up on it, and give it a clean. All right, so now we're going to ink the 31 and the cauldron and stick them to their respective pieces of paper. With the cauldron, I'm going pretty far in because it's just going to look like smoke. So I'm not worried about being careful and keeping only to the outer edge like I normally would. All right, so we're going to center the 31. Give it a burnish. And then the cauldron. Ugh, it's just too cool. All right. And then the pattern paper. and give it a burnish. All right, and so they're gonna get laid out like so. All right. Remember to hydrate. It's just as important to hydrate in the winter as it is to hydrate in the summer. You may not feel like you're sweating, but the air is constantly sucking moisture out of you. Oh, all right. Okay, well that looks cool. So we'll go ahead and stick it down. I know, I'm trying to get my hands back. You can see a little bit of it. You can see how it's kind of like, well, oh, there you can see it a lot, how it's creping. I'm dehydrated. It has to do with, I got too healthy for one of my medications. So I had to, and it was dehydrating me. Because I actually made all the lifestyle changes that I was supposed to make, and they kicked in, and so that medication was dehydrating me, and so I had to go off it, you know, which is good. Like, that's actually really good progress to be able to be removed from a medication because you have improved your health. But I'm still in transitioning off of it, and so like my hands were so like, I was so dehydrated that like if I pinched my skin it wouldn't go back right away. You know, it was just really bad. I was thirsty all the time. So that is diminishing every day, which is nice. Because I didn't love it. I didn't love it. All right. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. We did all of them. All right. So exciting. Excitement. Okay, so let us now, Gold Bond Ultimate Radiance Renewal Cream Oil. I will check that out. I've been using shea butter, a shea butter based moisturizer. Okay, so to recap this page, because this page is now done. So these go inside, all right, and they're just held in. They're just held in by this. So you can put way more than 3. I'm just going to stop at 3. Otherwise, we could make a stack of them. But you've got your folder. It opens. You've got your cemetery and your little skulls back there. That flips down. So you've got photo up top, photo down below, photos here, and then you have these inserts that hold even more photos. And that's now done, complete. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a break. And then when we come back, we're gonna finish the outside, which means just putting pattern paper on these two and then moving on to figuring out how we're gonna tackle the inside. So that'll be the next section. So just hang tight. If you're watching live, I'll be right back. Nothing will change for you. The stream will continue. If you're watching on the archives, just go to the next video. And if you're watching on YouTube, the next video will be posted in a couple days. So thanks so much for watching, everyone. Have a wonderful evening.